So what I'm going to show you now, we've had our blueberries and grapes soaking for a little while. I want you to take a look at this, okay? So, haven't done anything with it, it's just been soaking. You can see the blueberries, the grapes, they still have the white film on them. Alright, nothing's changed. Now, here's the eat cleaner, okay? Just look at the difference, okay? Can you see this? Look at what's in the basket. And let me show you the difference. I just took a handful of grapes and blueberries out of the basket that was soaking with water. Just take a look at the difference between the two. The white residue that's all over the grapes and the blueberries still there, it completely came off of our eat cleaner washed. So, you know, just amazing difference. Before, after. Before, after. I mean, that makes you want to eat. In fact, my assistant's been chomping on these. He can't even stop eating. But what's really interesting too is to see what is left over in the bowl. Now, I told you a little bit about the eat cleaner kit. It's got the strainer basket, it's got the bowl here, and it's got the top. We're going to spin dry the lettuce, but for the berries, I just move them around, switch them around, and then lift the basket up, and you can see all of the dirt and residue that's come off of the berries. And the water is literally like a murky color right now, okay? So that is Eat Cleaner at work with berries. Now here's Eat Cleaner with lettuce. Now this is probably something that most of you are familiar with when it comes to a salad spinner, but I'm going to show you how to use this in a way that you can wash too. Now we use the concentrate, which comes with the initial kit. Now once the concentrate is gone, something that you can also do is use your spray. And what I'm going to show you here, we're just going to saturate the lettuce, all right? Make sure that all of the leaves are getting nicely clean. Look at that. I found a bug right there. Look at that. Can you see that? That just came right off of the lettuce. All right, I'm going to take Mr. Bug out. But make sure that all of the leaves are nicely saturated. Okay, you're going to let this sit. Now, most of you, that little bug that I found, most of you probably just rinse that right down the sink. You don't even see what's coming off of your produce. What the nice thing about using this receptacle in a way to wash and dry is you're going to see exactly what is coming off of your food. Not only that, you're going to actually taste the difference. So after a couple of minutes, we're going to come back to this. We're going to actually let this soak for a couple minutes. We'll come back to that. Real time, guys. This is all real time. I want to show you the broccoli, okay? Take a look at the broccoli that we cleaned a couple of minutes ago. Before, after, okay? Look at the difference in the color. You can actually see how green and beautiful this one is compared to this one. Okay, huge difference in color. And a lot of that is just the wax that came off of the broccoli. So it's a lot more appetizing looking, and it's gonna really taste a lot better too. Now, let's come back to the lettuce, okay? We've rinsed the lettuce, let the lettuce soak for a little while. We're gonna add some water to it. And while we do that, I'm gonna show you one more thing. Now, you can actually use the Eat Cleaner wipe, like we talked about, to wipe your utensils. So if we were preparing seafood and poultry here, which I would use my seafood and poultry wash to actually clean the surface of the food. And then I could also use that to clean the cutting board. Same with the produce wash. You can use it to clean the cutting board, okay, where you're prepping, and just wipe it off, or use your actual Eat Cleaner wipe and wipe it off. So it does a lot of different things. You can use that same wipe, okay, to actually wipe the surface of your knife. And because we're lab proven, you know that it's working to help kill the bacteria. Okay, so we're going to set that aside now. Last thing I want to show you here with the lettuce, okay, we've added some water to it. We've rinsed it off nicely. Okay, this is always the proof test. I love this part. Okay, lift the basket out, give it a little shake, and then you can look inside and see what's floating at the surface. You saw that little bug that I pulled out of there. And there's all kinds of other residue that's floating in the basket. Okay, so you're going to want to keep rinsing the lettuce until the water runs completely clear. Okay, we'll dump that out. And then the final piece, just to make sure that your lettuce is nice and clean, throw that back on, place the top on, spin it dry, okay? Give it a break, you just press on the brake, okay? And your lettuce is ready to go. It's taken a lot of that extra water off, you can see the extra water that comes off.
No more watery salad dressing.
No more watery salad dressing, which we all hate. Just give that a little towel blot and you're good to go. Okay, the last thing that I'm going to show you how to do is really put Eat Cleaner to work in inhibiting browning. Now, all of us hate the idea of brown apples. It's just a turnoff. Makes you not want to eat it. This is actually going to help your apples keep from turning for up to 4 hours. So if you prepare them in the morning, by the time lunchtime rolls around, they're still good to go. So here's the difference. I just took this one and I wiped the surface with our wipe. You can see it got a lot of that dull wax off. It's really beautiful and shiny compared to the one that we didn't clean. So I'm going to take the one that I cleaned and I'm going to use this handy apple corer, which if you don't have one of these, you need to pick one up. They are a lifesaver. My kids adore it. You know, sure way to eat their apples, and makes them bite-sized and easy to eat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take half the apple, I'm going to spray it with Eat Cleaner, and we're going to look at it compared to the other half that was not sprayed. And we're going to take a look at the difference together. I want you to see this and witness it with me so that you become as much of a believer as we are. All right? So we'll let those sit and we'll come back to them in just a couple of minutes so you can see the difference. We let the apple sit for a little while, and the ones on this side were actually left alone. The ones on this side were sprayed with Eat Cleaner. And I'm going to show you the difference. You can actually see the browning versus the Eat Cleaner one, which is still nice and white. And you can really see a dramatic difference against the core. Look at how brown the core is versus the nice white flesh of the apple here. So you can pack a lunchbox, go camping, you know, get your produce ready, and it's going to last a lot longer. Same with the broccoli. Just look at the difference. It's pretty amazing. The one on the left here is untreated. The one here is cleaned with Eat Cleaner. It's a lot greener. All of the waxy residue has come off. The plum, that same plum that we wiped with the Eat Cleaner wipe versus the untreated one, you can still see a lot of that residue on the surface. So, and then finally the blueberries. Just look at the difference there. It's pretty incredible. The ones here have not been washed versus the ones here that have been washed with Eat Cleaner. This is rinsing with water. This is cleaning with Eat Cleaner.